So I want you to think about something. If our beliefs shape our reality, but you are not living the reality that you desire, then whose beliefs are you living according to? So today, we're going to talk about all of the different areas to which we have a lot of this subconscious programming so that you can be aware of the external things that are influencing you so that you can take the power back to create any life that you desire. Hey, you beautiful souls. To anybody who's never been here before, hi, I'm Elizabeth Blackwell, and I've spent well over the last decade educating myself in spirituality, psychology, and best self practices so that I can help others grow, heal, and find their highest and greatest selves. So there is a ton of research out there about how much our subconscious affects our thoughts, our words, our beliefs, which forms our behaviors and therefore shapes the end reality to which we experience. The simple fact of the matter is, most of that came from external sources and was placed upon us without us really knowing about it. And so we're absolutely going to talk about where those external sources were, but this video is not about passing the responsibility of, oh, I was just shaped this way, so I guess this is the life that I have to experience. This is about understanding how your original subconscious was shaped so that you can take the power back, forming the subconscious beliefs that you desire so that you can build that bright, beautiful life that you wish to live. So our subconscious programming starts very young. And we are born to parents, or we are raised by individuals whose first and primary job is just to keep us alive. So I am by no means dragging parents, because I by all means know children do not come with a handbook. But in order to get kids to follow basic safety things, a lot of times parents will say things like, you need to listen to me because I'm the adult, or I'm the teacher, or I am the authority. The problem with this is it doesn't really set us up from an early age to ask the questions of why. It sets us up to just follow along with what authority tells us to do. So then we don't really start questioning, is this the right way for me? And then as we get into school aged, it is really obedience that is placed above independent thinking. And so it is your success is dependent upon whether or not you can follow instructions and repeat what is taught to you. And then to add kind of one more measure on top of that, you are measured, or your success is measured based upon how much of that you can regurgitate back. So if you can give me this percentage of what I have told you, you're worth an A, or B, C, D, on down the line. But we are not taught from an early age on how to truly have free thinking or to bring things back around to us. It's all from the external being programmed in. And then these things continue throughout our childhood and young adult life. We've heard things like life is hard, or money is the root of all evil. I'm sure you can come up with plenty of things that were programmed into you from a very young age. And even if you are not actively thinking those things as you get to be an adult, they still come back and are part of that subconscious programming until you start to shift them and change them in order to have new subconscious beliefs. If you've stuck with me so far, consider subscribing, because I put out content all the time on how to be the conscious creator of the reality that you desire. And if this video is benefiting you, consider hitting that like button as well. it helps this content to get out to other people. And it by no means stops as we get older. Think about media messaging and social conditioning. We are programmed into a scarcity mindset and a victimhood mentality. This idea that we are a victim of circumstance instead of being the creators of our own lives. And of course, this is how advertising works, by playing off of your insecurities, that you are not as good as you can be unless you have this product or this status or whatever. It is what the media relies on in order to get you to be a consumer of different things. And I very carefully bring up traditional religious beliefs. Now, I am not here to drag any religion or traditional teachings, but the understanding that you are somehow born broken or less than, and your only way to salvation, happiness, creation of what you desire is through some sort of external presence or teaching or religious sect, is the opposite of turning that power and responsibility back on you to create the reality that you desire. Truthfully, I could go on and on about how we are programmed, not only from an early age, but continuously through our adult life, whether it's comparison culture through social media or rat race mindset, the idea that we need to have a job as opposed to finding a calling or a personal career that we feel called to do. But that's not what I want the core of this video to be. I want you to understand how you were programmed so that you got to where you are, so that you can take the power back in order to start creating the life that you desire. So for the first thing, in order to take your power back, in order to shape the reality that you desire, is to understand what your beliefs are, the ones that you consciously would think about and be aware of, and the other side that maybe we don't necessarily want to believe that we think. That is known as our shadow self, that internal side of ourselves that we don't really want to believe is true about ourselves. I was reading a study that was saying that only 10 to 15% of people are truly self-aware, as opposed to 95% of people who believe that they are self-aware. And what do I mean by self-awareness? Aware of why they do certain things, why they say certain things, why we have specific actions, beliefs, the programming that we go through on a day-to-day basis. So it starts with understanding where you are sitting right now. One of the simplest ways to start to getting into connection with the limiting beliefs that you have in your mind is start to look at the areas of your life that are not going in the way you want. So if this is in money, if you are not living in financial abundance, start to look at what your beliefs are around finances and money. If it's within love or connection, and you are not living in connection with the individuals in the way you desire to, then start to look at what your beliefs are around connection and be aware within yourself of what you believe within yourself. What do you think of yourself? Do you believe that you are a wonderful person who anybody would be lucky to connect with? Or do you believe in all of those flaws that you've been programmed into concentrating on? And I do want to emphasize here, this is a process. You are not going to do one meditation or journaling prompt and instantly be aware of what all of your beliefs are, or what your limiting beliefs are, or be completely aware of what you desire in life, it will take some time and some energy over a period of time for you to really tap into those things. But then, as you tap into those things, as you start to realize, oh yeah, I was taught money is the root of all evil. And even though I don't wish to believe that now, it is still kind of stuck in there, because you will then start to see examples of how very wealthy people do horrible things. But that doesn't mean all wealthy people are horrible people. Money is energy. And with all things, energy and power can be taken to a good place or a bad place. So it's a process, and it will develop over time as you start to become more aware of who you are deep down inside. So becoming self-aware of who you really are and what you truly desire in this world are the first steps into taking your power back in order to create any reality that you desire. So I am going to leave today's video right there. But if you want more information on how to reprogram your subconscious beliefs, I'm going to link it in a video on the screen. So with that, I am sending you all so much light and love, and I hope you all stay well, my friends.